So as I was saying, I can do the door chimes. I do the, it's like I did the Sandy Carroll ones, but I can also do the new ones. I can go, bing, ding, doors opening, step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move to the center of the car. And bing, 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 step back, doors closing. I do that a little too well, everybody says. And I also do ding, 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 step back to allow the doors to close. Yes, indeed. I could be the new voice of Metro if I really wanted to. Remember that. All of you all go to metroopenstores.com and tell Metro customer service next time they do door chimes, you want Ben Schumin to do the chimes. Remember that, folks. And I could be famous one day. So that's your homework. And what the hell is this truck doing? It's sitting here. And okay, I mean, it's moving now. Everybody else didn't want to, but the truck is. All right. I don't think you can see it, but there is a giant truck in front of me. Impero. Oh, there it is. Impero Foods and Meats, food service distributors. And they're based out of, it looks like, Baltimore, or at least the eastern half of Maryland, based on that little 410 area code. And now the truck is trying to get over. Oh, and the SUV is letting him in. Oh, that's nice. All right, up on Whittier. Speaking of that, that's the end of the alphabet. So, I mean, this like, that's like animal alphabet. They could say, this is the end of the alphabet. How much more fun can an alphabet get? Okay, I'm a little giddy today, just because, I don't know. It's the end of the day. It's 7 o'clock. Actually, it's 6:55. My car clock is 5 minutes ahead on purpose, just to make me think I'm later than I am, because it's good inspiration to get places. But, for a lot of the day today, I had the Mannequins on Parade song stuck on my head. For those of you not familiar, it's from today's special, and it goes, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. If you should stay someday, after the store is closed, after the sun's gone down, don't be afraid. You'll be greeted by quite a sight, as we sing and dance at night. Come join the Mannequins on Parade. And basically the whole thing is about that when everybody leaves when the store closes and everybody leaves for the night, the mannequins come alive and dance together. It's really a cool song. And of course it had Jeff Hislop and, dancing along with a tap dance company from Toronto. And so it was kind of fun. And so, it was really cool. And so, I had that stuck in my head today. And so, that was fun. Meanwhile, okay, come on, people, let's go. I want to get home one of these days. And now the light's yellow. Red, alright, let's just put this sucker in park. Because, obviously, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm just going to sit here. So, okay, yeah, everybody coming out of Rock Creek Park. You went to the park today, you don't have anywhere to go. So let those of us who are coming home from work do it already. Alright, yellow on their side. 3, 2, 1, my turn. Here we go. At least nobody's tried to come. Actually, I take that back. One person has tried to cut me off. It was a bus. This bus tried to come in. I was like, okay. It's like, already one of your brethren has managed to run himself off the road. Please don't be number 2. In case you're wondering, there was today, somebody ran a Metro bus in Orion 6, ran off the road, off of Colesville Road in Montgomery County, and they kind of, mashed up the bus, although nobody was killed. Somebody, hit like a truck, I think, and the truck driver had minor injuries. The Metro driver wasn't hurt, although at last I checked, though, at least this driver, for all we know, did not, though, then turn to the back of the bus and say, wasn't that light green? If you've never seen that video, by the way, go look it up. It was a Houston bus driver hit an LRV, hit a fixed guideway transit vehicle. First of all, don't you know that the vehicle on the fixed guideway should always have the right of way because it can't go anywhere else? Whereas with the bus, you can swerve. You can't do that on a train because it's on a fixed guideway. It is going where the rails take it. That's the only place it's going. But anyway, this lady hits the bus. And then you you see the accident from all different angles. Passengers flying out of the seats. I would not want to be on there. It's like the passengers are flying out of the seats, and this lady, you hear her swearing on this clip, and then what does she say? She turns to the passengers. She does not say, "Is everyone all right?" No. She, after finishing swearing, she's like, "Wasn't that light green?" Lady, oh boy. Well, I'm glad she was. I'm glad she came through it well enough not to be worried about her own health. But still, wasn't that light green? Yeah, that's just what I would say to my passengers that I just threw out of their seats because, well, anyway. Oh goodness. And we're almost to Maryland though. We're at Jonquil Street. We just passed. And we're going to be approaching Kalmia Street shortly, which is, Kalmia and 16th, by the way, is home to the Washington I can say this, Washington Ethical Society. I actually looked them up one time just to see what they were about, because my first knee-jerk reaction when I heard what? All right, let's try this again. Washington Ethical Society. I can say this. So when I first heard that, I say, that's kind of an oxymoron. Washington ethics, we know what goes on Capitol Hill, but in the rest of Washington, a lot of the, people who actually, live in Washington and, don't really, people who are there just because they live there, they're very nice people. Unless you work for Metro. A lot of them are, have earned Metro, their bad name and, personable operators. Although there are some very lovely ones. But, there are a lot of them who, are rather surly. But, most people, they're very nice, ethical people. But, But anyway, the Washington Ethical Society, I looked it up, it's a humanist group. And it's rather interesting. And they have, I don't know if you'd call them a church, because they're not, it's humanism, kind of, sort of, everybody being all, doing what is right because it's right. It's kind of, I don't know. It seems very interesting, and they do have services. They call them platforms, and they do it on. So it's kind of like going to church, kind of, sort of. But they do offer their platforms online, and so one of these days, because you see, I don't want to exactly, haul my ass out of bed on Sunday morning because I'm sleeping, and so But I would download and listen to one of their platforms. That would be kind of fun. If nothing else, just see what this group is about. Just because it really seems interesting. Ethical culture. I looked it up on Wikipedia. It's something. It is, and also it is not something that a crappy science fiction writer came up with trying to make a buck. Also, that's another thing. This is like seems like an actual cromulent faith. So, that's always a plus. No money-grubbing cult there, so these guys seem legitimate. Because, if you're going to demonstrate against one religious group, if you're going to try to join one, or even think about it, or even find one interesting, you better vet it pretty well. You better make sure that these people are not trying to, that are not interested in just money. Because the Church of Scientology, these guys are a little better. But yes, you have to make sure you vet these people. Just because you don't want to be protesting one cult and get suckered into another. Not a good thing. So, that's, you don't want to do that. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. So, anyway, we're well into Montgomery County now. We're on 16th Street. And I'm going to stop the video here because I'm about to run out of time again because of YouTube's 10-minute limit here. So I'm going to stop.